Welcome, beautiful Paris Saint-Germain family. In today's video, we'll be discussing the entire Mohamed Salah situation, and I will have my thoughts on the entire situation. I've let the news buckle up for a couple of days, and now we're going to go into the full stuff and end it with, will Mohamed Salah be leaving Liverpool in the January transfer window? Let's do this. So, here's the full interview that Mohamed Salah had straight after Liverpool obviously dropped points versus Leeds United, I believe, at Anfield. I couldn't believe it. I'm sitting on the bench for 90 minutes. And I'm going to be honest. When I saw the first stuff, I just thought he started the game on the bench, but he wasn't used for 90 minutes. And Arne Slott's reason for that was Liverpool with 3-2 up. And you don't bring on an attacker when you're 3-2 up. You want to solidify the team, and he brought up Endo, which is a logical reasoning. But again, is Salah thinking logically or emotionally? That's basically the answer to the entire Salah situation. I think it's the third time on the bench. I think it's the first time in my career. Again, this doesn't make sense. Once again, if Salah was not if he put his emotions to the side, this makes total logical sense. Mohamed Salah, you've never been more washed. You've never been more athletically washed. Even on the ball, this is the worst version of Mohamed Salah since, I mean, even an 18-year-old Salah was probably better than current Salah. So it's not surprising that this is the first time in your career. I don't know how you want to be a victim for that, for getting older, for getting worse. Again, zero self-awareness. I'm very, very disappointed, to be fair. I've done so much for this club. This is another thing I've seen from all the Salah quotes. He always brings up what he's done for the club, which is a great thing. Like, nobody should discredit anything Mohamed Salah has done. You know, the Liverpool basically club project ended with Arne Slott's Premier League last season. Because Arne Slott last season, that was like the continuation, the last season of club. Because he didn't put in his tactics that much. He basically did what club did. And Salah was a part of that entire stuff in the Champions League runs, in the Premier League runs. So he's done so much for Liverpool Football Club. But my main question is, does it matter? If you are in a relationship, a man and a woman, the man and the woman wants a divorce, the man can say, this is how you treat me, this is what I've done for 10 years, because that actually works. That's a relationship. A football club is a business. You come in as a youngster and you leave as an old head. Mohamed Salah is towards the end of his career. So he has to understand, obviously, the treatment to you will be different. They will not treat you as 17, 18 Salah or 2021 or even last season Salah, because it's irrelevant. It's like when Barca fans bring up irrelevant champions. Oh, Barca have 5 Champions League. I'm like, it's not relevant. It's like, I remember last season, we're going to face Liverpool in UCL. And I said, yeah, I think we're going to beat Liverpool. And people say, no, but Liverpool have 6 UCLs. It doesn't make any sense because those UCLs are completely irrelevant to the game that is potentially going to be played. So once again here, Mohamed Salah mentioning club stuff that are completely irrelevant. I do agree that a legend of a club should be treated as a legend, should be treated in a better way. But being benched is not bad treatment. Arne Slott wants to win games, and he believes that you are one of the main reasons stopping him from winning games, stopping the team from winning games. So once again, it's zero self-awareness from Mohamed Salah and just bringing up emotional excuses. Oh no, I should never be benched. I'm Mohamed Salah. I've done everything. No, Salah. You start, you perform based upon what you do on the pitch. You used to start every single game before. You used to get propped for Premier League Player of the Season and Ballon d'Ors and everything. Why? Because of what you did on the pitch. This is your job, Mohamed Salah. You'll be treated how you're doing your job. And this season, you haven't done your job well, so you're getting benched. But instead of improving your job, you're sitting here and crying about it. Everybody can see that during the years, and especially last season, again, completely irrelevant. Sitting on the bench, I don't know why. It seems the club are throwing me under the bus. Once again, Mohamed Salah thinking he is the center of the universe. Him being benched is supposedly the club throwing him under the bus. The first thing is, I think many maybe inside of Liverpool board are a bit scared maybe to bench him. Arne Slott makes that decision. And now suddenly it's the club. Everyone is after Mohamed Salah. He's getting disrespected from the right, from the left, from the center. Well, that's not the reality, Mohamed Salah. The reason you're getting benched is because you're not been performing. That's what the bench is for. That's what starting games is for. The players that are the best, that train the best, that perform the best, get to start games. You're not one of them, so you're not starting games. But now suddenly it is the club throwing you under the bus. That's how it feels. Yeah, obviously. For you, Salah, everything feels like that. It's very clear that someone wants me to get all the blame. Again, once again, complete victimhood. Because for me, the funniest thing here is Salah is acting like Arne Slott isn't getting any criticism. Everybody's cooking Slott. Everybody knows if Liverpool sack him, there's no critique. I mean, I don't care that much about Liverpool, so I'm not going to say, oh, I'm Arne Slott out and all of that. But if I read news, Slott has been sacked, I'll be like, yeah, fair play. Yeah, he's done a bad job, and he's the manager. He's, he takes the responsibility and so on, and he gets sacked. But now Salah feels like that. Slot benching Salah is so that Salah gets blamed? So funny. The club promised me in the summer a lot of promises and nothing so far, and I'm on the bench for 3 games. So I can say they don't keep their promises. This is very valid for Mohamed Salah. This is very valid for Mohamed Salah, and I will respect Mohamed Salah for this opinion. Why? Because we had Kylian Mbappé at our club. And one thing I knew, when it comes to the extension of Mbappé, we gave Mbappé a lot of promises. For example, in the first season at Paris Saint-Germain, Mbappé was promised a lot of stuff, and those promises didn't come away. Some of them came in the season after that. So Mohamed Salah calling out the Liverpool management for not keeping their promises. Probably one of the promises was the amount of games he was supposed to play and so on. This is 100% anger by Mohamed Salah. They said something and they're going behind it. Because Arne Slott is the one that's deciding. I don't think it's the board telling Slott. That's what Salah believes in his imaginary world. It's that. So this is 100% fair for Mohamed Salah. I said many times before, I had a good relationship with the manager, and all of a sudden we don't have any relationship. I don't know why. It seems to me someone doesn't want me in the club. I love the club so much. Again, I don't know how to take this. I don't know how Slott Salah's individual relationship is. I mean, we can make guesses and so on, but there isn't really that much takeaway from this. It's not acceptable for me. I don't know why that happened. Always to me, I don't get it. I think if it was somewhere else, the club would protect its player. Again, this is Mohamed Salah once again using the victim card. I don't know why that happened always to me. What is it that always happens to Mohamed Salah? I don't understand. Yeah, Salah, no, we don't get it. We don't get what you're talking about. What is it that always is happening to Mohamed Salah? I mean, you said it yourself. This is the first time you'll be benched. So, what are you talking about? I've done so much for this club to get the respect I want to get, and I don't have to go every day fighting for my position because I earn it. I haven't actually seen this quote before. I mean, Mohamed Salah is basically telling the entire world here that he's an egoistic, arrogant narcissist. I don't have to go every day fighting for my position because I earn it. No, Mohamed Salah. That's not how football works. You have to understand, a football club is basically a company. They want to make profits. How do you make profits? You play great football. You entertain people. People buy shirts. People go to your games. People do that. People do that. You get sponsors. It's a company, and you're not doing your job. Again, Mohamed Salah, is this in an idea, I think, which a lot of football players towards the end of their career, it happens to them. They have to humble themselves. And Mohamed Salah, instead of humbling himself, he's arroganting himself. He's telling he's more than what he is. Because a player in this situation, if he was humble, if he was understanding, if he was less emotional, if he was more logical, he would tell himself, you know what, I gotta do better. But Mohamed Salah clearly here says, the reason he's getting benched is because he believes in this conspiracy. The Zionists are after him, and Slott, that the Liverpool club wants him out and all of that, even though they just extended him with a huge, filthy contract, which we will come to. We will discuss that. But now he's saying he doesn't have to fight for his position. Well, Mohamed Salah, you just shot yourself. You can't say this. You can't say you don't have to go every day fighting for your spot. Very arrogant for Mohamed Salah. You have to work every single day in training. You can win a Ballon d'Or now. With your shit in Ousmane Dembélé, obviously we have barely seen him this season, but if he drops 10 stinkers like Salah, we talk about benching him. Oh, he won a Ballon d'Or last year? Don't matter. It's irrelevant. People say you're not bigger. That I'm not bigger than anyone. I earn my position. This is football. It is what it is. Well, on his future. In football, you never know, but I don't accept the situation. I don't want to answer this question about moving to Saudi because the club is going to take me to a different direction. What's Salah talking about, man? He's been discussing, him and his agent have been discussing about a potential move to Saudi for at least 2 years. Why is he acting like a victim here? After what I've done for the club, it really hurts. You can imagine, really. After going from home to the club and you don't know if you're starting. Again, this is something it's like a man, his hair falls. And he's like, really hurts. I don't understand what's going on. What's happening? My hair is falling off. No, again, that's an emotional person. A logical person is like, I'm getting older. Usually, people when they get older, their hair falls off, or let's say it becomes gray. Are you like, oh my god, my hair is becoming gray? I don't know what's happening. You'll be like, I'm getting older. The hair turns gray. That's a natural thing. Mohamed Salah, instead of saying, you know what, I'm getting older. Obviously, he was really good in the Premier League last season, and now, you know, his level has dropped a lot. But instead of looking at himself in the mirror, questioning himself, no, it's Salah is never the problem. Everyone else, Arne Slott, the club wants him out, this, that, the players are not performing. Salah, though, perfect. So it's quite clear here that Mohamed Salah hasn't been able to accept his situation, that he's not that player anymore. Maybe they overperformed a lot last season because of that contract, and now what? He doesn't have the hunger. I know the club too well. You clearly don't. I've been here many years. Tomorrow, Jamie Carragher is going to go for me again, and that's fine. Again, I understand Jamie Carragher is a Liverpool legend and should have some kind of special treatment maybe to Liverpool players and a Liverpool bias. But no, fair play to Jamie Carragher. He's a Sky Sports pundit. His job is to be a pundit, to talk about football and to say his opinions, whether it's negative or positive. But Mohamed Salah clearly has an issue with honest people that say their own opinion, even though Mohamed Salah is out here crying. I've been at this club, scoring more than anyone in this generation. Again, me. Positive me. Every time Mohamed Salah talks about himself in this interview, it's only good stuff. I've done so much, I've scored so much, I'm the best, I'm him, nobody can talk to me. When he talks about Slott, the Liverpool management, he hasn't really talked about the Liverpool players, even though, I mean, if you're going to be honest, you might as well just cook Konate for being ass and Van Dijk for being washed. Since I came to the Premier League, I don't think anyone has scored more goals and made more assists than me. Again, clap on the back for Salah. He is the best. He's a victim. Why is he getting benched? In the whole Premier League. If I am somewhere else, everybody would go to the media and defend the players. I'm only one in this situation. Again, Mohamed Salah, you do know that you are the face of the club. When it goes well, you're going to get all of the praise. I mean, they were fucking doing a disgusting, filthy Ballon d'Or campaign for you last season because of how good you were for Liverpool in the Premier League last season. But when it goes bad, you are the face of the club. I mean, you talk being the best and everything. You are the face of... If I'm the face of Paris Saint-Germain, and the thing is, Salah has been ass this season. Even if I was good, if I was performing as the best PSG player, but the team was losing, and I get critique or something, I take it. You are the face of the club. It was the same thing with Mbappe, always distancing himself from Paris Saint-Germain when he goes bad. When he goes well, it's Kylian Saint-Germain. He kisses the badge. He's everywhere with the PSG shirt. But when he goes bad, he takes a distance. And you shouldn't do that. You should be there for the hot moments, for the great moments, and for the bad moments. And Salah clearly here upset. I even saw some tweets from Liverpool fans say, we've never seen Salah talk when it goes bad. It's always good. And when he talks bad, he only talks about himself from a selfish standpoint of view. Can I give an example? It's silly, but I'm sorry. We'll actually come to this quote because we have it later on there. I always love the club. I will always do. All right, fair play. Because some of these, I think we've already read. Most of us' relationship with Arne Slott is broken. I had good relationship with Matt all of a sudden. Okay, we've read this one. It's very clear that wants me to get all the blame. We've read this one. We see what happens. I had my game whenever... See what happened. It's Anfield. Say goodbye to the fans, to AFCON, because I don't know what will happen when I'm there. Anyway, okay, we'll continue. These are all the same reports we've already read. We've already read these ones. It's accessible to me, to be honest. I don't know what's happened to me. We throw under the bus. Okay, I don't think I'm the problem. I don't think Mohamed Salah is the problem. I don't think anybody believes in that, whether it's Slott, the Liverpool management, Jamie Carragher, myself, you guys watching. I don't think anybody believes Mohamed Salah is the problem. He's definitely one of the problems. I mean, he's been woeful on the pitch for Liverpool so far this season. But again, instead of taking an ounce of self-accountability, you know, in this entire interview, Mohamed Salah at any point could have said, but I still need to do better this season. It would still not defend the filthy interview he just had, but at least it would put some kind of self-awareness to what he's saying. But no, he's completely living in his fantasy world where he's the victim and everybody else is attacking him. It's not acceptable for me. I don't know what's happening. I've done so much for this club. Yeah, Salah. Yeah, you've done so much. Arne Slott, and why he didn't bring on Salah. I already mentioned this. They were 3-2 up. They wanted to defend the lead. I love Erling Haaland. You see, these quotes now will go into even more narcissistic Mohamed Salah. I'm sorry. I love Erling Haaland. I love him. But I'm the current top scorer in the Premier League. Most recent Golden Boot winner. I won the league in style. Again, me. Absolutely hurts me. What have I done? It hurts. I know the club well. I have been here for many years. Okay, so I don't seem to understand the context of him saying this. Maybe he's talking about how people are talking about Haaland so far this season. If it's that, well, Haaland has been absolutely ripping it up this season. You ripped it up last season in the Premier League. Again, last season. Football moves very quickly, Mohamed Salah. And if you're expecting Premier League pundits to put you on the same level as Haaland this season because of what you did last season, well, Haaland... Man, Salah is so funny, man. He's genuinely so delusional. Here, again, victimhood here. I said to my parents, come to the Brighton game. I don't know if I'm going to play or not, but I'm going to enjoy it. I'll be at Anfield, say goodbye to the fans and go Africa Cup. I don't know what's going to happen to me when I'm there. Again, complete victim here. It's like when Mbappe said they held it. It's like holding a gun to me. Qatar, the pressure. I wouldn't want that on anyone. That's basically what Salah is doing. The complete victim gimmick, getting his fans and the people on his side to pressure Liverpool or something. But Liverpool are doing the right thing, which once again, we will come to. But again here, Salah... Come to Brighton. I don't know if I'm going to play or not. I'm going to enjoy it. My issue with Mohamed Salah when he's saying stuff like this is going to be my last game. I don't know what will happen. Is Mohamed Salah has complete control over his position at Liverpool. Does Salah have 1 year left remaining in his contract? No. He's strongly contracted to the club with a huge wage. If Liverpool want to sell Salah in January, let's go into that reality. Before he had this interview, Salah would have said no and he would not have left. So I don't know why Salah is trying to do this gimmick that they're trying to force him out just because of being on the bench. And the thing is, if Mohamed Salah wants to stop being on the bench, he just has to perform. That is once again the issue. Salah is acting like he's doing everything and he's still getting benched. You've been asked this season. That's why I don't understand this interview at all. Because if Mohamed Salah was performing this season, I think this interview would make more sense. Because then he doesn't have to talk too much about himself. Then if he was benched and he was good this season, it would make sense. But Salah says, I was good last season. I should start this season. Yeah, I said to my parents. Yeah, bring in your parents and make everything more emotional. Not that one. Yeah, I want to talk about this one. This is really funny. I mean, this just is peak narcissism here from Salah. Can I give an example? It's silly. Again, I think this has to do with the Haaland stuff as well. It's silly, but I'm sorry. I remember a while ago, Harry Kane was not scoring for 10 games. The media were like, oh, Harry is score for sure. When it comes to Mo, everyone was like, he needs to be on the bench. I'm sorry, Harry. And then shout out to Opta. They posted this. Harry Kane has never gone more than 6 top flight starts in a row without scoring in his career. They do say starts though, so maybe he came off the bench, and obviously it could be in all competitions. But the point I'm trying to make here is Mohamed Salah, once again, he's pointing fingers. Why him? Not me. This is a complete victim card. If you're a Liverpool fan, this is not the way you want your star player to be talking, that you just gave a huge premium contract. And second of all, Harry Kane is English. And you're playing in the Premier League. Obviously, the English media will protect Harry Kane. For us, for one thing, for example, one disagreement, the English fans have towards the media is when it's 2 English players. Obviously, one ethnic, one non-ethnic. Let's take Saka and Palmer, for example. They get a bit treated different, or Foden. They get a bit treated differently in the media because of race and so on. And that is wrong. That is factually wrong. But Harry Kane, an Englishman, being treated in a better way than Mohamed Salah, an Egyptian, makes a lot of sense because you're playing in England, you're playing in the Premier League. But yeah, again, Salah, 0 ounce of any kind of self-awareness, just lives in his la-la land. Now we come to this. Breaking: Liverpool wants to drop Mohamed Salah from the squad versus Inter. And this came out from Indy Kaila. He's either before anyone and says some goated stuff, or he is questionable. But what happened? Where's the report? Right here. We did get the report. Mohamed Salah has been left out of the squad. So I would say Indy Kaila, to some point, knows a lot of stuff about this Liverpool situation. But we got to talk about this because I think this is the perfect thing from Liverpool to do. Mohamed Salah is acting completely egoistic, completely narcissistic, when Liverpool is going through one of the worst periods it's had since Salah joined the club. They're going through such a bad period. What does Salah do? Does he work hard in training? Does he work hard on the pitch? Does he assist? Does he score? Is he impactful? No, he goes out and talks in the media. This dude just got a 450k wage from Liverpool FC for a 3-year contract. Again, Salah always talks about what he does for Liverpool, but he rarely talks about what Liverpool did for him. Liverpool signed you from Fiorentina. Liverpool paired you up with Trent Alexander-Arnold and Bobby Firmino and Sadio Mane. And this is my issue with Salah. Ungrateful. Ungrateful. That's why I like the Mbappe example, because I'm seeing the same pattern. Ungrateful. Salah talks about everything he's done for Liverpool, but rarely talks about what Liverpool have done. Going into the season, he was coming off a brand new contract with the highest wage in the Premier League. I think only Haaland has more than him. And he's been behaving bad on the pitch, bad in training most probably, and now comes out and does this. And Liverpool does the right thing, because it's not just about backing Arne Slott. Again, a lot of people have made this out to be a Slott versus Salah situation. This is not a Slott versus Salah situation. I mean, Salah is creating it. He's creating the beef. But what is going on at Liverpool? Liverpool are struggling massively. Arne Slott deserves a lot of criticism and is part of that strugglingness because of his tactics. He hasn't been able to adapt with the new players. Then you have the new players and old players not performing at their level. I've heard McAllister has been poor. Van Dijk's been poor. Konate has been poor. Alisson been poor. Salah been poor. A lot of players have been poor in this Liverpool team. And Salah, the face of the club, the supposed leader in a situation like this, should do the right thing. Even if you want Slott sacked, which is most likely why he had this entire interview, you go to the management. You go to, even though I disagree with play power, I don't think a player should have an opinion about that, you go to them. If you really care about what's best for Liverpool, if you want the performances to be upped, you go to them. You keep it low. But no Salah, you wanted to make all about yourself. You wanted the media to victimhood yourself, to ride you, to do all of this stuff. It's so unprofessional for Mohamed Salah, and it's extremely ungrateful. But it's a great gesture from Liverpool, showing that no player is above the club. And despite Arne Slott being sackable offense, I mean, he's very close to being sacked at Liverpool, they back him. They back him. And we'll come to more stuff. We went through this. This is a funny tweet I wanted to react to here. And this dude, if you search xenophobia on his Twitter thingy, he's used this word like 5 times when it comes to Salah recently. Salah is out for the Liverpool squad. He's not traveling for Intergame. You will never find a bigger example of xenophobia in major sports history. He won them everything they could dream of, including their first Premier League in 30 years, and this is how he's repaid. Again, I don't understand. I mean, this logic comes from Salah himself, but I don't understand anything right here. Mohamed Salah, the reason he's not traveling for the Intergame, it's not because he's Mohamed Salah. It's not even because he's been shit this season. The only reason he is getting this is because he went out during a turbulent part of the season and cussed out everyone apart from himself and victimized himself instead of taking any ounce of responsibility for his poor performances this season. The Liverpool way, the English way. I don't understand this quote. It's completely irrelevant what Salah has done in previous years to what he's done this season. He's been shit on the pitch, and now he went out and cussed everyone out and created even more drama and media attention around Liverpool. And he says this is xenophobia. Xenophobia is basically a weaker word for racism. Again, it makes no sense. And this is why xenophobia, I mean, I don't know what these words mean, but racism isn't taken seriously. Because you have bums like this that would call anything xenophobia or racism. As long as something negative happens to a person of color, it's suddenly racism. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. Racism is treating someone differently, negatively, because of their ethnicity, because of their appearance, because of their history as a human. That's not why Salah is getting this treatment. That's not why Salah is getting this treatment. Disgusting, filthy. And I said, I'm someone that absolutely hates racism. I would never act in a racist way. I would never say something racist. But these people are just weakening the word so nobody takes it seriously. You should be embarrassed by yourself, man. You should be embarrassed by yourself. Yeah, and here we have the Arne Slott. We'll watch that. Mohamed Salah's current relationship with Arne Slott is broken as per BBC. It does not see a future at Liverpool with Arne Slott being a manager. Salah has also been irritated by what pundits and former players are expressed towards him, making him one of the main problems Liverpool is having this season. Yeah, Salah, you've been one of the major problems for Liverpool this season. But yeah, cry about it. Cry about it. That's much better from Salah. What a leader he is. What a leader. What a leader. This is the player you want in your team, man. If bridges cannot be built, then Mohamed Salah or Arne Slott will have to leave. Given the owner's continuing support for the manager, it's hard to see a team, to see them siding with a player who in recent months has looked like such a fading force. All right. Let's listen to this. We'll do it a little bit quicker. I want to go through this quickly. Let's see what Arne Slott has to say.
Has the right to feel how he feels things. I haven't felt that at all till Saturday evening for sure, because I think when I didn't play him anymore, usually players don't like the manager then that much, but he was very respectful to my staff members, to his teammates, and he trained really hard. So to an extent, it was a surprise for me that when I heard after the game that he gave the comments he gave. But as I said, it's not the first and not the last time that when a player doesn't play, he I'm not sure if he was emotional or not, but that he said something, and that something similar to what he did. But I think my reaction to that is also clear, and that's that he's not here with us tonight. Usually I'm calm and polite, but it doesn't mean I'm weak. So if a player says have these comments about so many things, then it's about me, us as a club to react, and we react in a way you can see now that he's not here. Then I should.
And do you see how it's basically Slott with Liverpool? Liverpool are backing Slott, and Salah is there. Salah created the imaginary thing that it's them versus him, but he's actually created that scenario due to his interview. Salah made it true. Salah made it true.
Find out exactly why he said what he said, and but then I have to guess a little bit if that's not only because he doesn't play. Then the answer to your question could be just play him every single time, but maybe that's not the reason why he said what he said. Maybe there's something else why he has this opinion. But if it is, but then I don't know. Is it about me not playing him? Yeah, then the answer could be what could I have done differently playing him. But maybe that's not the reason why he thinks and feels this way, and he has every right to feel what he feels, but he doesn't have the right to share it with the media. He has the right, but then it's up to us to react on it.
100%. 100%. He has the right to see it, to feel it, to express it. But to say it after, Liverpool drop points, extremely selfish and narcissistic behavior from Mohamed Salah. And now we come to the big stuff right here from Indy Kyla, who we mentioned before. Liverpool have decided to sell Mohamed Salah. He's out, while publicly the club tried to downplay the matter this morning by talking about temporary sidelining. Internally, the club has decided he is off. Next report right here. My sources tell me that some weeks ago, Michael Edwards received a call from Saudi club offering £80 million for Salah in January. Edward asked Salah, who rejected it, saying he decides when he leaves. Now the situation has changed. Salah won't force a move, but Liverpool are listening to offers for the Egyptian. There's a genuine chance he leaves in January. So now we've come to try to summarize everything that we've gone through in this video. One thing I do want to say is that the biggest mistake when it comes to this entire situation is Liverpool Football Club. Mohamed Salah was clearly playing for an extension last season, the exact same as Virgil van Dijk, and they should never have been extended. Out of the three players that should have been extended was Trent Alexander-Arnold. He had a future in football. He's from the academy as well. Mohamed Salah, it was quite clear, especially when he can get you a goal off the counter-attack versus Brighton. This is why I mean the Premier League has ruined people's mind. It's fried people's mind. What Salah did last season in the Premier League, numbers-wise, was great. But if you actually watched it, you would have known it's fugazi. Because in the biggest games, in the Champions League group stage, he wasn't that good. In the Champions League knockouts game versus Paris Saint-Germain, he wasn't that good. In the Carabao Cup versus Newcastle, he wasn't good. In the Community Shield, where he missed a penalty and was completely ass, he wasn't good. So in the biggest games where it actually matters, Salah told the Liverpool management, I'm not that guy. Don't rely on me. What do Liverpool do? They go and snap up a 450k wage on Mohamed Salah. When have we seen a club extend a player at the age of 33 with this long of a contract? I think that doesn't make any sense. And Mohamed Salah, fair to him, did talk about the promises that haven't been paid back, and it makes sense. They gave him promises that are not realistic, that doesn't have any logical sense. So I think that is the biggest problem. I don't think Salah should have gotten this contract. I think Liverpool should have gotten rid of Mohamed Salah offshore last season. I understand it's hard to get rid of someone when you just won the league and did all of that. But sometimes you have to make uncomfortable decisions when it comes to Mohamed Salah, because it was clear last season. The signs were there. Yes, he had the numbers in the Liverpool and everything, and the signs were there. Again, I think that's, one of the problems, because Liverpool, as I said, they were going to go into a transition season, buying Wirtz, Isak, all of that, and they had this planned. The thing is, when you go into a transition, it's really crucial removing the previous leaders like Alisson Becker, Mohamed Salah, and Virgil van Dijk. And we've talked about Salah being poor this season and impacting Liverpool in a negative way. Van Dijk has been absolutely disasterful this season for Liverpool as well. Both of the two players played for a contract last season and fooled the Liverpool management. And now Liverpool are stuck with these two players. Even Van Dijk came out and said a lot of stuff, but he got to leave as well. He's not ready for the big stage to play football anymore. So I think it's a great decision by Liverpool FC of selling Salah. The Saudi offer has always been there, and they've just been looking for the perfect moment. But it's as I said, Salah has been negotiating for Saudi for a while. Liverpool have been doing so as well. So I think this move was always going to happen. I think this is a moment where it should have happened. It's just a little bit surprising when it comes to the big contract extension that he just got. But I think it's the best for Liverpool club and Mohamed Salah to move this way. Salah was always thinking about this move for Saudi, and it's not a better time than now to leave Liverpool FC, especially after you've burnt all the bridges. I mean, Salah could have stayed, could have performed better, could have played, but he didn't want to do that. He opted to take the easy way out, basically. And he's acting now like the victim with the Brighton stuff and all of that. But Salah has always seen a Saudi as the plan B if it doesn't go that well at Liverpool. And looking from Liverpool's perspective, this is very good, because especially with all the young new attackers they've gotten, now they can fully build and do what Arne Slott wants. I'm really questioning if Arne Slott wanted to extend Mohamed Salah at the club. It feels like that was the board's decision and not Arne Slott. And then Arne Slott was forced to play him this season and then started benching him when Salah's performances were not good enough for Arne Slott. This video has in no idea meant to defend Arne Slott for Liverpool's poor performances this season, but I think his treatment of Mohamed Salah is nothing special. It's always heartbreaking seeing a legend become washed, become cooked like Mohamed Salah, and not be able to perform anymore. But as they say, it's father time. It's always going to happen at some point. And if I was a Liverpool fan, it's not really I would defend Arne Slott, but I would defend the Liverpool manager when a player tries to step on him like this. And really, you wouldn't expect this maybe from Mohamed Salah. But I mean, we saw this even towards the end of Klopp at Liverpool. Mohamed Salah is someone, when he goes bad, he just acts like a child, throwing away his toys. And I think it's really sad from a footballing perspective that Mohamed Salah, a Liverpool club legend, a Premier League legend, is going to end and departure the Liverpool club in this way, burning the bridges, going on and interviewing, crying and victimizing himself. He could have stayed at Liverpool this season, be part of their redemption, and we don't know where they would have finished in the Premier League. We don't know where they're finished in the Champions League. But Salah took it all into his hands. He's not going to go to AFCON, focus on that. Probably leave in January or at the end of the season. But I think it's the right decision from Liverpool. They're showing who the boss is. And just very filthy behavior from Mohamed Salah. And that has been my full thoughts around the Mohamed Salah situation. That's been it from boy PSG. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. And as usual, allez Paris.